Exploring the existence of fate and destiny for NPCs in the gaming world. In the vast realm of video games, non-playable characters, NPCs, play a crucial role in creating immersive and interactive experiences for players. These virtual beings have a predetermined set of actions, dialogues, and behaviors, serving as guides, companions, or adversaries throughout the game. However, a fascinating question arises: do NPCs have their own fate or destiny? In this video, we will dive into the complex world of NPCs and explore whether these digital entities possess a sense of destiny or if they are merely scripted characters within the confines of the game's narrative. The nature of NPCs. NPCs are designed to fulfill specific roles within the game world, often serving as quest givers, merchants, or supporting characters to enhance the player's journey. They are programmed with predefined behaviors and dialogues, limited to the boundaries set by the game's developers. This static nature has led to the belief that NPCs lack free will or autonomy, and therefore, cannot have their own fate or destiny. However, as technology advances, game developers are finding ways to imbue NPCs with more complexity and agency. Advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, have allowed NPCs to adapt their behavior based on player interactions, making decisions, and even developing relationships with players. This emerging level of complexity challenges the notion that NPCs are merely scripted characters, suggesting that they might have the potential for their own destinies. The illusion of choice. Many games provide players with the illusion of choice when interacting with NPCs. Players may have dialogue options, branching storylines, or the ability to shape certain aspects of the game's narrative. However, these choices are often predetermined by the developers and have little impact on the overall fate of the NPCs. This raises the question of whether NPCs truly have their own destiny or if they are merely pawns in the grand design of the game. The role of artificial intelligence, AI. Advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, have brought about more dynamic and realistic NPCs. Modern games employ AI algorithms that allow NPCs to adapt their behavior based on player interactions. They can learn from experiences, make decisions, and even develop relationships with players. This emerging level of complexity blurs the line between scripted characters and autonomous entities, sparking discussions about the potential for NPCs to have a fate or destiny of their own. Agency and emergent behavior. Emergent behavior refers to the unexpected patterns that arise from the interactions between NPCs and players. In some cases, NPCs may exhibit behavior that was not initially programmed by the developers. This phenomenon suggests that NPCs can have a certain level of agency, allowing them to transcend their scripted roles and develop unique paths within the game world. It raises the possibility that NPCs might possess an inherent destiny that emerges from their interactions with players and the game's environment. The influence of player actions. Player actions can significantly impact the fate of NPCs. Through their choices and interactions, players can shape the outcomes and trajectories of NPC storylines. The decisions made by players can lead NPCs to different paths, altering their destinies within the game's narrative. This dynamic relationship between players and NPCs implies that fate and destiny are not static concepts but rather malleable forces influenced by the player's agency. The ethical considerations. The treatment of NPCs raises ethical questions within the gaming community. Should players consider the well-being and autonomy of NPCs as they progress through the game? Is it morally acceptable to exploit or harm these virtual beings? As players, we must reflect on our actions and consider the implications they may have on the NPCs' narrative arcs and potential destinies. The future of NPCs. The future of NPCs holds exciting possibilities. As technology continues to advance, NPCs may become increasingly sophisticated, capable of independent decision-making and personal growth. Developers may explore more nuanced AI systems that allow NPCs to have their own goals, dreams, and aspirations, resulting in a richer and more immersive gaming experience. This evolution could pave the way for NPCs to have more defined fates or destinies, separate from the player's journey. The multiverse perspective. Another intriguing perspective on the fate of NPCs comes from the concept of multiverse theory. In some games, players may have the ability to make choices that lead to alternate timelines or parallel universes. This implies that NPCs could potentially have multiple destinies, depending on the choices made by different players in different playthroughs. Each player's actions could shape a different fate for the NPCs, adding a layer of complexity to the question of NPC destiny. The influence of narrative design. The narrative design of a game plays a significant role in shaping the fate and destiny of NPCs. Developers carefully craft the storylines and character arcs, ensuring that NPCs play their intended roles in advancing the game's narrative. However, as games evolve, there may be opportunities for developers to create more dynamic and branching narratives, allowing NPCs to have their own destinies that are not solely dependent on the player's choices. The quest for player immersion. One of the ultimate goals of game developers is to create immersive experiences that blur the line between reality and the virtual world. NPCs are an essential component of achieving this goal. As technology advances, developers may explore new ways to enhance the realism of NPCs, including giving them more agency, complex emotions, and personal growth. This could lead to NPCs having more defined fates or destinies, adding depth and richness to the gaming experience. The influence of cultural and social factors. The concept of fate and destiny is deeply rooted in human culture and beliefs. In the context of NPCs, these cultural and social factors can influence how players perceive and interact with these virtual beings. Players may project their own ideas of fate and destiny onto the NPCs, shaping their experiences and interactions. This interplay between player expectations and the design of NPCs further blurs the line between scripted characters and entities with their own destinies. Conclusion. The question of whether NPCs have fate or destiny is a complex and multifaceted one. While NPCs are typically seen as scripted characters within the confines of a game's narrative, advancements in AI and emergent behavior challenge this perception. NPCs may possess a certain level of agency and the potential for their own destinies, influenced by player actions and the evolving nature of AI technology. As players, it is crucial to consider the ethical implications of our interactions with NPCs and recognize their potential for growth and autonomy within the gaming world. The future of NPCs is undoubtedly an exciting prospect, as it promises to redefine the boundaries of storytelling and immersion in video games. As we continue to explore the possibilities of technology and narrative design, we may uncover new dimensions of fate and destiny for NPCs, blurring the lines between the virtual and the real. With each new game and technological advancement, the fascinating world of NPCs continues to evolve, inviting us to question and explore the nature of their existence and the potential for their own fates and destinies.